it's going to be a reentry Monday. So
Massive reentry Tuesday.
Everything's going to be on the table. I already got the day wrong. That's how massive it is. So everything from the weekend, we'll start with that, but you can go wherever you want. You can join us at any time at 617-779-0985. As always, Reentry Mondays are brought to you by our friends at Blue Bear Plumbing. I'll give you more information on that coming up. But in the meantime, Mazz, how do you feel about your baseball team?
Not good. I've seen enough, frankly. That's where I am. I've seen enough. I don't need to see anymore. I know what they are. And what they are is extraordinarily mediocre, kind of boring. And I am now worried about the future of the team as much as I am anything. And you can talk all you want about the prospects of Marcelo Meyer and Roman Anthony and every single guy. I'm just telling you that I don't think the Red Sox know what they're doing anymore. I don't. I look at them from top to bottom, and I don't think they know what they're doing. I don't know if they can evaluate people properly. I don't know if they can develop them properly. I don't know if they have the right people in charge of the pitching program. I don't know if they have the right people in charge of the hitting operation. I look at the whole thing, and I question who they are, who they've become, and where they're going. All of that. So I would like to tell you it's 56 games, 27 and 29, I think it is now. Who knows? Whatever. It's within a couple of games of 500. It always is. It has been for about 6 years. It never changes. And I see a bunch of guys standing around waiting for someone else to do something about it. That's what the whole thing feels like to me. So it's just hard to have any faith in them whatsoever. But again, the big thing to me is I just don't believe in them anymore.
So I agree with you on a macro level on all these things. I was hoping to get a little more granular, if you will, Mazz, on what happened today and what's happening with the team right now. What's happening with the team right now? Why aren't they better than they are?
I would say, first of all, their talent, they're not getting the most out of their talent, Mike.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, they're not getting the most out of their talent, which I immediately go to the pitching coach and the hitting coach. And if you want to throw the manager in there too, fine. The way the team is being, taught, or however you want to, analytics, you can. But we've done that ad nauseum. I'm just telling you, they're not getting the most out of their talent. They're really not even that close. So I hate the way they play. I hate their offense. I hate their pitching. Defensively, they're suspect. They run the bases decent, pretty well. But again, that's not going to win you any games. I can name a million teams that were bad teams that run the bases well. And again, I'm at a loss for words. I don't know what to tell you. They're just not good.
Okay, why aren't they better than they are? That's the question before us right now. The big picture stuff is, I think, obvious. They've been a 500 team forever. And I agree with you overall in the organization. I'd blow up the organization. And not that they're going to, but I don't believe in Breslow at all. And he's just another robot. I think Alex Cora has absolutely run his course and is acting like the manager at the end of his run who's worried about things he shouldn't be worried about and is in these constant behind-the-scene things because he's lost his way. And I don't see his use. I think Alex Cora is borderline useless. I don't know what he does. And I see no tangible impact from Alex Cora on the team at all. I think their hitting approach absolutely sucks. Another 12 strikeouts yesterday? Is that what it was? Is that 12 strikeouts, I believe, yesterday?
I thought the total was lower than that, but whatever. Go ahead.
And the Brewers aren't even good. They're not even throwing anyone of note. And I thought you struck out. Maybe I read it wrong. I thought you struck out another, big amount. Yeah, you strike out. You don't feel so. I think their hitting approach blows. Whether that's the hitting coach or that's the driveline people, it's a combination of both. It blows. The pitching staff, Mazz, and Andrew Bailey. How do you feel about that?
Horrible again. So let's go to the second run Crochet gave up. Number 9 hitter in the batting order, 0-2 count. He throws him a sweeper. Guy gets a hit, they score. So I'm looking at Garrett Crochet, and I say, I get down to the bottom of the order, and Crochet has had problems with the bottom of the order. He's also had problems with the leadoff man, particularly at the start of the game. When you get down to the bottom of the order, and you're Garrett Crochet, you can beat that guy on talent alone. Talent alone. You don't have to get tricky. You don't have to get cute. You're better than him. But as soon as you go to a breaking ball and leave it over the middle of the plate, you give a guy with inferior bat speed the chance to make contact and hit the ball hard somewhere, instead of blowing his ass back to the dugout with a fastball at his letters. So they pitch stupid, they hit stupid, they play stupid.
And again, the hitting, I gave, you had 7 strikeouts. It was the Brewers who had 12. So the Brewers had 12, you had 7, just to clear that up. How about a word on Garrett Whitlock, Mazz?
Okay, so another one, Garrett Whitlock, I look at, it's a 2-1 game late. Whitlock goes out and gives up a run, largely as the result of walks, putting guys on base. Garrett Whitlock's walk rate this year has doubled from his first year in the league. So we all remember what Whitlock was like when he came in as a rookie, and he was a Rule 5 guy. Pounded the strike zone.
Threw bullets.
Right? Pounded the strike zone. Fastball, changeup, occasional slider, but pounded the strike zone. Where has that gone? Why is it gone? So what have they done to Garrett Whitlock? Now, he's had some injuries too, okay? But how is it that Garrett Whitlock has gotten worse and not better? Why would you mess with anything from the way he was pitching as a rookie? He doesn't throw 4-seam fastballs anymore. Does not throw any of them. So again, it's all about trickery. It's about spinning the crap out of it when all of a sudden you have guys who have talent that aren't pitching to their strengths anymore. They are so hell-bent on trying to exploit the opposition that they've lessened their talent in the process. That's what I feel about the pitching staff.
So as we've said, their hitting approach is ridiculous. Again, not 12 strikeouts, just 7, but near the top of the league in strikeouts as a team since the beginning of last year, since they brought in these driveline guys. So that's the hitting coach. That's that hitting outfit that I keep talking about. Kristen Campbell was supposed to be their proof of concept. Remember this?
Correct.
I think that was the words of, if not Alex Spear, someone writing about it. Kristen Campbell, the proof of concept for the driveline guys. He's 7 for his last 85, Mazz, you said?
8 for 75.
8 for 75.
His average is down to 224. His OPS is down to 669.
8 for 75 with, I believe, no extra base hits.
Interestingly enough, I have not heard from Jimmy's buddy at the MLB.com Twitter account lately about Christian Campbell.
Interesting.
So,
yeah, where's that? Is that? Just curious. Maybe you should check in on that, Jimmy. Are their servers down? The network down? Like what happened there?
No, Jimmy. Did we mention his name last time?
Yeah, we might have.
Was it okay?
Was it the Burger from EI?
Yeah, it was Burger. So I would like to reach.
Maybe he's on vacation.
Yeah. How come I haven't heard from Burger?
Maybe his kid's graduating.
So
again, a week or something.
Burger wanted to run around, pull his pants down, and show everybody his junk in the first week of the season. Woo!
No.
Meat spin. Look at me. Woo!
Did he have? I think the network's down.
He what?
The network's down. It must be. I mean, he must be having some, or maybe a power outage.
Yeah. And now, again, I get it. You know, everybody wants to start throwing tomatoes and pies at Felger and Mazz in particular. I get it, because Christian Campbell had a nice first week of the season. How come I'm not hearing from Burger now?
Okay, so that's the driveline guy, and he's gone in the toilet. So, Mazz, I'm with you. I don't feel like the pitching's gotten better. I feel like they've either held it back in the case of Garrett Crochet, or I've seen guys regressing. Bayo's not getting any better. Whitlock's getting worse. Houck got much worse.
Yep.
Crochet is throwing well, but there's no results.
Does he win?
Definitely not. Yet, anyway, he won more games at this point with the White Sox last year than he has with the Red Sox.
Oh, that's good. No, that's a standard you want to set. For
courtesy
sure.
of a big Jim Murray there. So the hitting we've been over. The pitching is obviously not getting better. I don't see what I don't know what Alex Cora does, and I think again, like I said, he's run his course because he's getting concerned about things on the periphery. And I don't know what he does for the baseball team anymore. Craig Breslow, out of my face. Another clone. So I don't believe in any of it. I really don't. They still should be better than they are.
Yes.
So,
See, but I and I know I'm lapsing into this. I'm sorry. I just think it all emanates from the same thing. Which is, again, I don't think they know what they're doing anymore. They're so interested in the granular stuff. exit velocity. They're so interested in that stuff, they've forgotten the whole point of playing.
Can I ask you one on Cora yesterday?
Sure.
Small thing, and when I saw it in real time, I didn't get it. I thought I'll just let it go. Wait, he pitch ran for Narvaez with Connor Wong.
Correct.
So who's certainly more athletic than Narvaez, but is still a catcher.
Yeah, but he runs okay. He runs pretty well.
Okay, why? And of course, as tends to happen, when that happens, you sort of know that spot in the lineup's going to come around in a key spot. Like it's just always, when you pinch run for someone and you take them out, you take out a better bat for a pinch runner, don't you always, in the back of your mind, aren't you saying that's going to come around? And sure enough, that came around. The Brewers walked Devers intentionally to get to Connor Wong. So they pinch ran a catcher for a catcher. For what? The guy just stood there.
What makes it worse, Mike, is Narvaez was not in scoring position. He was on first base.
He was on first base.
So now you're hoping for a gap shot instead of a base hit driving in a pinch runner.
Yeah, so look, there was nobody out at the time. They're down 2-0, and they're saying, oh, if there's a ball in the gap here, that guy can score from first base.
I see it. I just thought I was overthinking it.
Maybe. Yeah, it might have been. Again, I'm not going to defend Cora on it. I would tell you that I think the bigger problem is that, you don't really have a catcher that you're going to leave in the game. Like I would tell you, they have two backups and they don't have a regular. And I love what.
No, but you don't think Narvaez is playing well? Like he's the guy right now?
No, he is playing well. I'm not telling you he's not. But I'm telling you, when you have the kind of team that they have built and you preach the way that they have preached, your margin for error is this thin. This thin. But relating to Cora, yes, 100%. Yep. You should have left him in there. There was no reason to run for Narvaez at that point. Wong got erased in that at bat. He got erased on what could have been a double play. Campbell beat it out, but Wong's off the bases. So you literally got no use for that substitution. None. And then Wong comes up with the game on the line, flies out.
Of course.
Yeah, and continues to have 0 RBI for the season.
But I just don't know why it was so. He wasn't in scoring position. You didn't pinch run for him with like a real pinch runner, just an athletic catcher. And a course of position, and it's a kind of a small thing. I just thought he overthought it. And it's like, I don't know, that's way, way, way down the list. The results just aren't there with Cora. They're just not. It's 4 straight years of sub 500 baseball. 4 straight years. So what? Like, if this is the first year of his extension, right?
Yes.
He's not going anywhere. They're too cheap. But they extended him only because they thought you folks out there like him. And you did. You do. I don't know where he stands right now. But he was extended for the fans. Because he was one of the faces of the team, as scary as that is. And he hadn't been doing anything for years. And it feels like it's getting worse. Where I just see his tangible impact less and less on a daily. I don't know what the man does. And I've said this many, many times. Historically, he'd be gone. Gone. If the team was underachieving for this long, what Red Sox manager? Give me the last Red Sox manager to survive. If this plays out the way it is, they're pacing for 78 wins. Again. What Red Sox manager in our lifetime was allowed to go 78 and 84, 78 and 84, 81 and 81, 78 and 84?
I don't think anybody.
I can't think of one.
No, 3 years max, tops. Again, and that was true even when they were rebuilding, whether it was Butch Hobson or something. And I say
Butch got 2 years and he had problems.
Right.
Give it to me.
And I think Cora's emotionally checked out. That's what I think.
Farrell won the World Series, then had 71 wins, 78 wins, and then back up to 93 wins.
And then he was gone at 93?
He was gone after the second 93 win season, and then they hired Cora.
Okay, but he went, tell me again his records after the World Series.
97 wins, he won the World Series. 71, 78, 73, 73 fired.
Okay, so he made it 4 years. All right, I guess. So there is someone. But I'm just telling you, I don't see his impact. But again, the managing stuff, it's down the line. To me, I think it's more big picture sort of stuff.
Yeah, they again, look to me, and it's all sort of come into one big pile at one time. But the core part of it to me is, we forget. Do you remember a couple of years ago that Cora said, I'm not going to manage forever. I don't know how long I want to do this. So now he signed a 3-year contract, and what? All of a sudden his energy's been recharged just because he got the money? Or did he get the money and figure now I can coast a little because I got my safety, my parachute?
Kind of feels a little bit like that second thing.
So that's what I think. I think Cora's on cruise control. I think the players don't know how to win, including Crochet, by the way. And people want to make all kinds of excuses for Crochet. Well, they don't give him any run support. They don't. When you have a legit ace, you know what he says? I'm going to win 1-0 today. And if I don't, I'm going to leave them on the game scoreless. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not giving up a home run on the first batter of the game.
Put a pin in this. Keep going.
Okay, and I'm not going to give up a run late to the number 9 hitter when it's 1-0 and we can't score. I blame them all. If you like that clip, check out more videos from Felger and Mazz here. For more Red Sox analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.